Alright, so if you have been following along from our other tutorials, you'll see that we've now figured out how to navigate the machine. We've added at least 3 layers of sounds, and we have a small pattern here to export. Now, exporting will allow us to create a WAV file or an MP3 file of what we've just done, and that way we can export it for further editing and software like Pro Tools, or we can have a file to put on our phone, listen to, burn to CD, or do whatever we like with. So we're going to show the simplest version of this. There's a lot that you can do if you go into some more advanced programming into this, and we can add different patterns into a further arrangement, which would come up into this section. We can put drum breaks, add a sound that only comes in the chorus, etc. But what we're going to do right now is just extend this into a form that we can have, say, a singer come in and put a verse over the top of. So we in the previous steps, we went into step mode and we changed the length of an individual pattern. What we're going to do now is we're going to change the length again to make it a length that's long enough for us to use, say, in a 3-minute song. But the problem is, if we change this length to 2, you'll see that we have a blank spot. And if you watch on the screen, you'll see we want the sounds on this green block to repeat over and over again every bar. And if we just switch the length to 2, we'll have a blank spot. So rather than just switching that, we're going to use this function, which is to double our pattern. When we push this, I'll push this on the machine, and if you watch on the screen, you'll see that our pattern has now doubled in length and repeated what we've already done. Now it's 2 bars long. And watch what happens if I do it again. That 2 becomes 4, and that's repeated. You'll see on the screen that even though this pattern length is 4 and the other pattern lengths are 2, it's automatically placed a repeat on there because these will continue to loop. So now our entire project has gotten twice as long. I want to just simply make this long enough to use without adding any changes or variations. So I'm going to double until we have a project that's going to come out to about 3 minutes. And so we've doubled it to 128 bars. You'll see up here our project goes this far, and now we're going to export it to its own file. We will go to File and the Export Audio function. We click on that and we can choose the folder in which we want it to be placed. In this case, we'll go to Documents, and we can make a new folder of our own. We'll make a test folder, which maybe already exists, test 2, and we'll create it. We'll select that folder and choose. Now we have the destination for our project. We'll give it a name. We'll call this test 2 and click export. We'll wait for the export to complete, and when it does, we'll have a file to access. Okay, so now our window has dropped out because our export's completed. We'll go ahead and close that, and now we can go into the Finder, and we'll see that under Documents and our subfolder of test 2, we have a WAV file of our song. So I'm going to go ahead and double click on that. iTunes is going to automatically open as the default player, and we'll see that we have we went a little bit longer than 3 minutes. Our song came out to 5.5 minutes. And it's been looped and it's playing for us. Now we can take that WAV file and move it into any other sound device that we want to, whether it's another software, or you want to load it onto your phone, or you want to burn it onto a CD through iTunes. You now have a song length version of the pattern that you've created in your Maschine project, and you're on to the next stages that'll come from your own creativity. And if you get to those latter stages, we'll be able to enter into some of the greater functions of adding effects, taking samples, and adding in changes to arrangement. But for now, you've made a simple pattern, you've exported it, and what you do from there will be up to you.